4 years ago, I came home from work on the late shift, got in about 10:30. I was in the shower, cleaning off the day's shift, shall we say.
Yeah.
And I could hear a beeping. And I shouted to my wife, who was in the bedroom next door, "What's that beeping?" And she shouted back, have you left the door on your car? Then I heard, "Oh, there's somebody in your car." So obviously jumps out the shower, pulls me undergarments, shall we say, on my top on as quick as I could, slippers on, pelted down the stairs. Rather a large gentleman stood next to my car, and another not so large gentleman, but his torso in the car. And we had like a scaffold tube with two bolts welded to it through the steering wheel, bashing it with a hammer. Now this was obviously making the horn beep. So I looked, I realised what was going on. They were trying to break my car. The big guy swung at me with what looked like at the time, it looked like a bat, but it turned out to be a crowbar, which they'd used to open the door. And the other guy, obviously in the heat of the moment, the redness come down with me. You're trying to take your property. Grabbed him by the hair, pulled him out the car, put my arm around his neck and dragged him back to my property backwards. Opened the front door with my elbow, dragged him in, pinned him to the floor. Obviously, at this point, my wife's getting distressed. And
because that kind of thing can go either way, can't it? Particularly if he has a mate coming up behind him.
Yeah, but the other guy had run and he'd gone down, because we live in terraced houses. It's not the best area we live in, but we've bought our own house, and I'm proud of what I've got because I've paid for it myself. Both of us with hard labour, we've not bothered out, we've earned everything. Anyway, this guy, I pinned him down. I said to him, "You're going to behave yourself." Yeah, I'll behave myself. Then the minute I let go, he sprung into life again, punching, kicking, tried to go up the stairs. As he went up the stairs, I was worried because my little one was upstairs, grabbed him by the belt, pulled him back. As I pulled him back, he turned round and did a jumping knee, caught me right in the eye socket. So I'm now on the floor with this guy on top of me. So my wife's picked up the nearest thing she could think of, which was the key out the back of the front door, and pushing it in the side of his head. Get off him. So I managed to roll him over again, pinned him down again. I got him to the floor, so I'm totally on top of him so he couldn't move. Calmed him down again, got him on the stairs, said, "I'm not letting go of you this time." He said, "Let go of me, I'm all right." And God knows, he jumped into life again, kicking off. So the whole melee went on for 50 minutes.
Did anyone call the police at this point?
Yeah, my little one's upstairs and called the police. And
the police still hadn't arrived?
Police hadn't arrived. They arrived 50 minutes later. And the first thing I said was, "How long have you been? What took you this long to come out?" He said, "We've had a spate of burglaries in the close at the back." Now, these two undesirables had loaded all of the spoils of the burglaries in the back of my estate car, and were trying to get the steering lock off my car to go away with all this stuff they'd took. Now, at this point, I've got very little shirt on. Now, the first police woman that come in said, "Oh, come on, let's take some pictures here. Which way's the beach?" Trying to get me to do some kind of, pose. I said to him, "This is not funny." I said, "This has gone on for 50 minutes and distressed us." Anyway, this other guy, the perpetrator of this car crime, started going off that, saying, I want him arrested for unlawful imprisonment and all this lot. Anyway, as it went on, they put him in the car, took him away. He said to me, "We're not going to take a statement tonight because you're diabetic, but you need to go to the hospital." Because my blood pressure had gone up. My blood sugar had gone up. She said, "Well, what we'll do, we'll take you to Warrington Hospital. We'll give you a policeman's number. When you've been treated, ring this number and we'll get you back home and we'll make a statement when everything's calmed down." He said, "But we've got to tell you that this guy is an intravenous drug user and he's got hepatitis. It's on our system. So you need to get checked for that." Now, this guy, because the adrenaline had gone up, I didn't notice. He bit me all across my shoulders and on my neck. They take me to Warrington Hospital, and woe betide me, I've only been in there for 2 minutes. They brought the same guy in a pair of handcuffs, a policeman, because he said he needs medical attention. He's kicking off, ranting and raving at me, The policeman said to me, "I'm sorry, mate, we're going to have to chain into a chair there to the handcuff. Is there any chance you can wait down the other end of the waiting room?" Now, why didn't he take him to a different hospital? It was beyond me. Anyway, this guy actually went to... He got prosecuted for it. He admitted it, and he got 3 months in the end. But the day after, when I looked at what had happened, there was screwdrivers on the path. There was bits and bobs that he'd obviously been throwing out his pockets because he didn't want to get caught with things. He could have jammed a needle in me. He had a screwdriver. Could have jammed that in me. Now, I thought I did what was the right thing. I didn't hit him. I used what I considered to be reasonable restraining force. My car got impounded.
For evidence?
For evidence, so I lost my car.
Do you know what I mean, I'm glad you're okay, and I'm on your side because you're not the man breaking into people's property. But why did you drag him into your house?
Well, what else would I have done with him?
You did that to keep him for the police?
To keep him for the police. I thought, what's this low-life parasite's doing? I've just paid off the last payments on my car, and some parasite is trying to take my property outside my house, and the red mist come down. Now, I was determined not to hit him. I can
understand that.
Because I'd come on the other side of the law. But, potentially, he could have hurt me. He could have put a screwdriver in me. Luckily, I had to have 2 tests for hepatitis. One within a fortnight, one in 6 months, just to see if it developed. Luckily, it hadn't. Now, this could have gone the other way, because I used what I call reasonable restraining force. Bearing in mind, I've got quite considerable martial arts training from when I was young. I stayed on the right side of the law. But when I look at the balance of what happened and to me and what I lost my car because it got impounded. I lost a week off work because I had no car to get to work. Was there ever any question of you being charged? No, there was never any question. Well, at first... False imprisonment, kidnap. Didn't he charge you with that? Didn't he claim that he was going to charge you with that? No. He claimed that he was going to get his solicitors to charge me with these things. But I've learned a valuable lesson. Even though he got 3 months and probably did only 6 weeks for it, I lost big time. I lost my car. I lost time off work. I was worried. So what would you do differently, John? What would you do differently? I'd go outside and I'd hit him with a bat and I'd just let him run. I would not drag him to my property. I'd not take the law into my own hands. I wouldn't risk my family by doing that again. I'd go out, I'd hit him with something and hope he runs.